This is your goofy GreatTreeJam, and I want to welcome you back to another episode of Mass Effect 1. Last time we left off, we questioned Admiral Kahoku regarding the identity of Armistice Baines, a man whose name we heard a while back while helping Chloe Michelle contend with a blackmailer. We followed up with Kahoku's advice about heading to the Sparta system, the last place where Kahoku's Marines had reported from while investigating Armistice Baines. Upon landing on Needless, we discovered that the team had been lured to their deaths in a Thresher Maw nest. We raced back to the Citadel and informed Kahoku of our discovery, but soon after we left the Citadel, Kahoku sent an emergency transmission to the Normandy. He revealed that Cerberus was responsible for his team's deaths and was trying to create some kind of super soldier. Unfortunately, Kahoku had delved too deep and now he is fleeing from Cerberus assassins. So there's not much we can do for Kahoku now. The time on his clock is ticking and it's not going to last very long. The only thing that we can do now is make good on Kahoku's advice and head over to the Voyager cluster, the Yangtze system, where we will find out what Cerberus has been up to. But let's go ahead, and before we do that, let's go ahead and hear some of the news reports in the elevators of Mass Effect 1.
Have increases in Citadel traffic endangered our safety? Emily Wong offers an inside look at the dangerous world of space traffic control. After years of poor economic performance, Exogeny has announced that its research colony on Pharos is finally returning a profit. New discoveries and a dedicated colonization effort have finally paid off for Exogeny. Exogeny stock rose sharply with the announcement, with investors pleased at this surprising news.
At the time the statue was built, the entire galaxy respected the Krogan. Now they're simply hated and feared.
They won't have to put up with us for much longer, Turian. My people will die out soon enough, thanks to you.
Some would argue you brought this on yourself. It was the Krogan who started the war.
And the Turians made sure to finish it. The statue represents what the Krogan used to be. A proud and fierce nation. Now we're just brutes for hire to the highest bidder. We've forgotten our roots.
Alliance officials report that a Geth incursion into the Armstrong cluster has been repulsed, with the Geth suffering heavy casualties. In the event of future Geth activity, the Alliance plans to maintain a strong security presence in the area. Alliance officials have raided a dangerous cult controlled by a former Alliance officer, Major Kyle. Major Kyle surrendered and is now being treated for severe post-traumatic stress disorder.
Private docking bay. Wonder how much the Alliance had to shell out for this.
The Normandy combines the best of Alliance technology and Turian engineering. It shows what we're capable of if we work together.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
Alright folks, here we are back in the CIC. It's time for us to go ahead and begin our assignment, UNC Cerberus. We're going to make use of Kahoku's information and head over to the Yangtze system. Hopefully we'll be able to find out what Cerberus is up to, and maybe it's time for us to get a little payback for the atrocities that they've committed around the galaxy with their research into the Rachni and on the Thorian Creepers. So let's go ahead and leave the Citadel docks, and we're going to get out of the Serpent Nebula. Our next stop is going to be the Voyager cluster, the Yangtze system. I will see you guys momentarily. Alright, we've arrived at our destination. Let's go ahead and take a look around. The planet of Renta does not have anything that we can use, but nonetheless, as always, I will keep leaving the descriptions of the planets long enough for you guys to pause the video and read it at your own pace. Binthu is going to be the location of our assignment, but let's keep looking around for resources. The planet of Dregyard has, I believe, some beryllium. About to say thorium, but I guess I was wrong about that. But, hey, the more the merrier. Let's go inside the Alrumter, and if we take a look here, I believe we'll find a Prothean data disk. Indeed. So let's go ahead and zoom out, and our final stop is going to be right here at Padajiri. And we can go and look for thorium here. Done deal. Let's go ahead and zoom out. We're pretty much done with the system-wide scan, so now it is time for us to prep for landing. We're going to head down to Binthu and see what Cerberus has been up to. Binthu has an atmosphere of carbon dioxide with a permanent haze of toxic chlorine and clouds of sulfur dioxide that periodically drop torrents of acidic rain on the surface. Its crust is mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of calcium. Like most worlds in the Voyager cluster, Binthu has only been charted within the last 20 years by Alliance surveyors. It has no known native ecology, data about the world is surprisingly brief, and generic painting a picture of an unpleasant and uninteresting place. Seems like the perfect place for Cerberus to lay low and avoid contact. Now, despite what the description might suggest, there are no hazards that we have to worry about. Acid rain is not something we have to worry about in Mass Effect 1. But that being said, it's time for us to prep for landing. For assignment, we're going to take along Erdnot Rex, and I want to take Liara to Sony, but I think I'm going to go for Garrus Vakarian instead and get him in on the action. And we're going to bring our heavy wrecking crew right here. But ladies and gents, we are set. We are go for Binthu. We're going to touch down, investigate Cerberus activities, and see if we can take out their installations. So let's go ahead and prep for landing. Alright, we've touched down on the surface. Let's go ahead and take a look for resources. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know right off the bat that what we're going to do is we're going to head over to this debris pile, collect the salvage here, and then we're going to move in a zigzag pattern. From here, moving up to this research facility and hitting this place first. Then we're going to move down and collect resources along the way, hit this facility, collect this anomaly, and then do the same, ending off at this research facility right here. So that's how it's going to work. And as always, I'm going to go ahead and cut the footage, and I'll resume once I find that debris pile that I just marked. I will see you guys momentarily. Alright, we're coming up on a crash probe, so let's go ahead and get out on foot and look for any salvage that we could use. Let's go ahead and take a look here. I hope I don't fail this one. Ah, there we go. Got it. Done deal. Nothing that I really want for now. But let's go ahead and prep for our next maneuver. We're actually going to head up this way. What I will go ahead and do real quick is I'll go ahead and change out the loadout, and once we resume the footage, once I cut the footage, we'll resume to, well, let's take a look right here. I'm thinking there's nothing along this path, and I'm pretty sure there's nothing in my test recording, but if there is, I will go ahead and show that to you on whenever I resume the footage. But for now, let's go ahead and prep for contact. Alright folks, we're coming up on the facility from the southwest, moving northeast. Let's go ahead and get in position, and it seems that they've already gotten wind of our location. So let's go ahead and park behind this, and we're going to get behind this structure and start engaging the enemy defenses. Alright, let's go ahead and get a little sabotage going. We're going to need to have Garrus and Rex attacking this target first. I'm going to need Garrus to switch up to assault rifle once he's done there. And there we go.
I think we're good, Shepard.
I didn't want to use Inferno rounds this time, because I thought that the Inferno rounds were making it just a little too easy. Wanted to get a little bit of a challenge there. But now that we've taken out the defenses, let's move inside and clear out the facility. We're gonna pretty much do this the way this is gonna work. Hit and run. Go in, take out the enemy, grab whatever intel we can, if there is any, and then we're gonna head out and continue to do the rest of the other facilities on the planet's surface. So we're gonna have Garrison Rex wait right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and prep for ambush. There's actually one hostile Cerberus sentry on this side of the room, and it's probably gonna spot as soon as we open the door. But let me go ahead and prep a little surprise for him, because for the one time I'm gonna use it, we're gonna use grenades, because I want to see shit blow up. Alright, let's get him in the air, if we can. Or not in the air, but how about even better? Weapon sabotage. Alright, get another sabotage going there real quick. Alright, you got a technician coming up, you gotta be careful. Technicians are biotic specialists, so they can do quite a bit of damage to your crew if you're not careful. We're gonna need to get throw going. Now that strategy was a little bit reckless because I did actually want to try and clear the facility faster than I usually do. Most of the time I prefer to take my time and not take risks, but this is one where I just felt like being a little bit flashy. Alright, another technician down. Now one thing I will point out before we continue any further, you can actually use the diagnostic stations and open them up. What that will do is I'll actually unlock the cells in the middle of the room, freeing whatever creatures are inside and allowing them to run amok, and they will attack everything in sight. We're not going to do that strategy. And I believe we have one sniper on this side. Let's go ahead and take care of it real quick. There we go. Now he did actually expose Garrison Rex to enemy fire a little bit, and Garrison's taking a little bit of a beating, so I'm gonna go ahead and give him some medical. And actually I want to take a look at my, this one right here real quick. Yeah, like I said, it offers a little bit of biotic resistance, but not the kind that we need to fully nullify any biotic effects. I don't think we need to worry about that too much. As long as Garrison at full health will be good. But here we are in the facility. Nothing of interest. There's actually no real interesting loot for us to collect here. But we can do one thing. We can go ahead and clear out the middle of the facility, this chamber right here. And one thing I will note, what you will see in the next facility is that these barriers are actually not only cover, but they are also visual barriers. Enemies cannot see through them. Your squad mates might be able to get wind of the fact that there are hostiles in the room, but the enemies in this room cannot see us and they cannot engage us, at least not at this time. But if we turn this off, then we should be able to engage them. And with that, we've cleared out the first facility. Now,
Negative contacts.
before we move on, I actually want to go ahead and hit up this diagnostic station real quick.
Looks like Cerberus has other bases on this world, Shepard.
And just like Garrett suggested, there are other bases on the surface of Binthu. Let's go ahead and move up. We're actually going to head this way real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and meet you guys outside. That is the first facility down. Now, the rest of the facilities are scattered elsewhere, but we're actually going to make a stop. As I pull up the map, I'm going to show you that we actually have an ore deposit right about here. Let's go ahead and grab that ore deposit real quick, after which we will head south and engage the hostiles at the second facility. Let's get right on that. Alright, we found some palladium. Let's get out on foot and salvage this for the Alliance real quick. Just quick grab and go. And I believe we are set. Got some palladium. Good deal, folks. Now let's go ahead and move south. We're going to go ahead and engage the defenses on the Cerberus base down in this area right here. But next to it, we're going to find a Prothean pyramid that we can grab a data disk from. So let's go ahead and prep for contact. Let's do it right this time, folks. Let's go ahead and move behind cover real quick. And we're going to engage the defenses. Let's go ahead and have Garrus and Rex focus on this target right here. Alright. Now, time for this target. There we go. The turrets are down. We now have a clear route into the base. We don't have to worry about defenses. Before we go inside, there's actually a Prothean pyramid right up this way, just to the east of the facility. So let's head up, and we're going to grab a little Prothean time capsule, a little data disk. Turns out they had some good Blu-ray technology at that time. They didn't even call it Blu-ray, they just called it Prothean Ray. I don't know. They had their thing and we have ours. We have Blu-ray, they have Prothean Ray. We're actually going to be meeting a Prothean in Mass Effect 3. It's actually something that I decided to do after some time. I finally decided to give in and purchase the upgrade to the N7 edition for Mass Effect 3. I think that's what it's called. It was on discount on Black Friday, so I figured, you know, if I can get the DLC on discount, that's great. But we are going to have Javik in Mass Effect 3, and we're going to learn a little bit more about the Protheans there. Not a whole lot, because Javik is the only survivor, but it's better than nothing. But with that being said, it's time for us to enter the facility and prep for contact. This is pretty much going to be the same strategy as before. We're going to try and move in. I am being a little bit fast about this. I could probably be a little bit more careful, but I'm feeling very confident about my squad's gear and our defensive abilities. So this time, we're not going to have to worry about a sentry spotting us. We should have the element of surprise. So let me go ahead and move in. And like I mentioned in the last building, if we look through the barrier, we can just barely make out the outline of a Cerberus research technician. These guys are the biotic specialists, and they do outsource quite a bit of damage. You don't want to be caught in the open with these guys firing at you and incapacitating you. That gives the other soldiers time to take you out before you can get back up, and you don't want that. But they cannot see us. This barrier right here is actually a visual barrier. This is one reason that I am not deactivating the barriers and letting the animals tear these guys apart, because I do want to have the benefit of cover, and I do want to get the jump on the enemy, and at least take out one technician. Reliably take out one technician, rather than just depend on the animals trapped inside for offensive abilities. But we have a sniper right here, we have a technician. Let's go ahead and disable the technician real quick. And there we go, one technician's down. Let's go ahead and hightail it back to the entrance. We have a commando right here. Nothing we can't handle.
I will destroy you!
And let's go ahead and get a throw in. Ooh, that is bad timing. Let's put up a stasis field just to be safe. Okay, we saved ourselves just a little bit of damage that time, but could have gone better.
I will destroy you! I will destroy you!
Alright, there should be a sniper in the back room, right about here. Sorry, back of the room. Alright, All hostiles apart from the berserk creatures inside the cages are down. And now we actually have 2 pieces of loot that we can grab. We can grab this aid station real quick. And if we look around, I believe this way, we should find a technician kit of some kind. Something along those lines. There we go. Got a technician kit. Now, another thing that I'm doing is I'm actually saving the animals for last, because one thing that you can do while this cage is up, you can sprint. Cerberus is actually, no, sorry. Shepard is fully aware that there is a creature stuck inside that containment field, so as long as you can keep the other creature alive, you can continue sprinting around the room. This can actually make it easier for you to grab the loot at a much faster pace, so it's a little convenient to do that. We've already grabbed the loot that we need, so let's go ahead and open up this containment field and engage the Arachni inside. Alright. And just like that, another facility is down.
Let's head to that next base, Shepard. This is my kind of mission.
Damn straight. I'm liking it. Alright folks, we're done here. Now, we have not heard any communications or any sort of contact with us, so it's safe to assume that we're not going to find anyone that we're going to recognize alive here. Especially a certain someone who seemed to set us on the path to finding out what Cerberus is up to. But so far, no contact. I think Cerberus is fully aware that someone is hitting their facilities. It's only a matter of time before they figure it out. But we're pretty much done at this facility, so let's go ahead and move out. And we're going to go ahead and head up this way because there is one more ore deposit, after which we will be able to hit the final facility and close off on Binthu. So let's go ahead and grab some more. Alright, we're coming up on some uranium. Let's go ahead and get out on foot and claim it for the Alliance as quickly as we can. And I think Garrus is kind of reacting to the fact that he dropped a few yards, a few meters. Some collision or falling damage there.
All targets down.
Not quite sure what's going on there, but oh well. We grabbed some uranium, and I think we're pretty much done with Binthu, save for this facility right here. We're going to go ahead the facility as hard as we can and clear it out, and maybe we can find out what Cerberus has been doing. So far we've seen Arachni. It seems that Cerberus has done a good job of following us around the galaxy. We met Arachni on Noveria, we've seen the Thorian creepers on Pharos, and Cerberus has access to samples of each of those specimens. This is not boding well. I think we're dealing with a very, very well-funded organization. We need to go ahead and hit that last facility and put an end to what's going on Binthu. Alright, we're moving up on that last facility. Let's go ahead and aim hard, open up with a bang, and get out on foot. And we're going to have another overload going. And we'll have Garrison Rex take care of this turret right here. Let's go ahead and take out this turret right here. And there we go. Let's go ahead and move in. We only have one more facility left, so let's make good on that and prep for contact. Final stretch, folks. It's time to keep Garrison Rex here, and I'm going to go ahead and scout out ahead like last time. That first facility is the only one where we will find a sentry that will catch us out in the open. We're going to maintain a little bit of a stealthy approach and take out at least one technician, after which we will be able to focus on the other hostiles in the room. And just like on Pharos, we have what appears to be Thorian creepers. And uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the body of an Alliance officer. Or at least someone dressed in Alliance uniform. This is not good. Let's go ahead and give Cerberus exactly what's coming to them. We're going to make them pay for what they've done. We're going to hit them hard. Or we're going to fucking kill them. Alright, Garrus, hit him with damping. Rex, warped. Alright, one technician is down. Let's go ahead and make our way back to the tunnel. We have a commander coming up this way. Deja vu. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that technician, that last one. Alright, there you are. Make sure Garrus and Rex are focusing fire on this target right here. Both of those missed, but that's okay. Alright, Garrus, Rex, focus fire here. Alright, there we go. I think we have a sniper back here, or do we have a technician? A technician. Let's get damping going real quick. Actually, no, I'll do damping and then Garrett's gonna do sabotage. There we go. Hey, man. Hey, I wanna get fucking... Oh, hey, I wanna get close up on you. Oh, you dick. Let me get a close-up on you, man. There we go. A little close-up on that face. Look at that. That's a face of a pro. You're about to get owned, son. You want to get owned? You want to get worked up? Get dealt with. Get dealt with. Just want to get a little close up on that guy's face while he was still alive. But just like that, we're actually set. We have finished off the remaining Cerberus operatives in the area. Let me go ahead and grab these items real quick, and I'm gonna equip a little medical exoskeleton. Because Garrus and I need that. And Rex already has some innate healing properties of his own, so he's doing pretty good. But like I mentioned before, if you keep the enemies in the center of the room alive long enough, you can actually run around and grab the loot. So let's go ahead and go around and grab these the loot from these medical stations real quick. Should be pretty easy for us since it's not too complicated. And let's keep moving around the room and grab any loot that we can find. And this is the benefit of keeping that containment field up for making the loot search and grab a lot faster. So let's keep moving around. Move around this way. Little short periods of sprinting right there. Grab that. Grab this technician kit. And look at that, folks. We're moving around pretty quickly. And I believe we have anything else that we had forgot? I don't think so. I believe that's everything that I really care about. We're not really going to get any high-level loot that we really desire here. An Omni tool is nice, but we don't need it. I actually went ahead and uploaded, or not uploaded, but recorded a different... recorded is not even the right word to use. But I actually did a run of this where I got a bunch of Omni tools, and I think I'm going to keep those just for when I can switch out my squad mate's gear at the end of Mass Effect 1 to avoid that one bug that one of my subscribers, Goremetrics, pointed out. And that is a very loud ambulance. Thank you very much, good sir. Do you want to not drive in front of my apartment, please? Thank you. But we're pretty much done here. The only thing left to do is open up this containment field and engage the Thorian creepers. Alright, folks. Let's hit them hard. You know what? Maybe I should do this. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay guys, have fun. Make me proud.
Time to get Kahoku some payback.
Alright.
Negative contacts.
A little bit of a... kind of figure that's going to become a problem. One thing that the Inferno rounds are useful for is ensuring that an enemy that damage over time kills an enemy that's about to die, even if they end up behind any, if they end up leaving the environment, if that makes sense. Although I believe that if certain areas of enemies move far away from the environment because of whatever reason, I think it's an insta-kill. I'm not fully up to date on what areas have insta-kill zones, but oh well. But unfortunately, folks, it appears that we have found Admiral Kahoku. And it seems he didn't get far. It's a damn shame right there. The one man who had information on Cerberus, who was on the case, is now dead. Any information that he gave us is the only information that he was able to disclose. So we're now the only ones who know what Kahoku was discovered, what information he found regarding the facility here. Rather than try and speak on this next section, I think it's time for us to have a moment of silence for our fallen comrade.
Shepard, over here. It's Kahoku.
I guess Cerberus found him after all.
That's a damn shame, folks. One of the Alliance's finest is now met his end. Kahoku unfortunately has joined his fellow Marines, for better or worse. There's nothing we can do for Kahoku now, he is gone. The only thing that we can do is respect his legacy and follow up on yet another lead regarding Cerberus. This is not the last Cerberus stronghold that we're going to fight. We have one more assignment, UNC Hades Dogs, and now we are the only ones who are able to stop Cerberus now. We're going to make our way to, I believe it's the Columbia system. And we're going to take out the final Cerberus base in this game. But for now, it's time for us to head outside, and we're going to prepare for a debrief back in the Normandy. So I'm actually back on the second base, and I finally decided to check out the loot in this locker. We actually, once I get back outside, I'll show you, but we're back at the base next to the Prothean Pyramid. I finally gave in to my curiosity and decided to go ahead and grab the loot in this locker. Let's go ahead and just see what we can get from here. We don't have to worry about loot too much because we've already got the best gear for our soldiers. Nonetheless, yeah, nothing I really wanted. Oh well, it always pays to check. But just like that, folks, that's all the loot that I really care about in this particular area. So now we're going to go ahead and make our way outside the second base. It's a damn shame, it really is. One of the Alliance's highest ranking officers, probably not the highest ranking, but an admiral nonetheless. Cerberus seems to be capable of getting away with a lot these days. But we're going to go ahead and make them pay for what they've done, and we're going to take the fight to them in the Columbia system. But that's going to have to be in the next episode. For now, I'm going to go ahead and call for exfil, and I will see you guys back in the CIC. And that was UNC Cerberus. Unfortunately, Cerberus has dealt a little bit of a blow to the Alliance's investigation efforts. It seems that we are now the only ones who are capable of carrying on Kahoku's fight, and it seems that we are now the only ones who can bear testament to what he had seen and what he observed. But we're going to need to make our way to the Columbia system and find out a little bit more about what Cerberus was after. We've seen a lot of research on Rachni and Thorian creepers, and it does seem that they were indeed intent on building an army of some kind. For what purposes we really won't know, and we probably won't even know that until the second or possibly even the third game. But for now, it's time for us to close off, and I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys here. Next time we pick up, we're going to head to the Columbia system and take out the final stronghold. And after that, we're going to have one more assignment, one that I've been waiting to do for some time that pertains to Shepard's background, and has a little bit to do with Cerberus. But for now, I just want to wish you guys a happy day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be in this universe or the next. And I will see you in my next vid. But until then, I bid you guys farewell. Bye.